Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Neil here from Linx Digital, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tips that are going to dramatically increase your YouTube ad click-through rate. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you're tuned into this video and also make sure that you are subscribed to this channel because we come out with videos that will help you with your YouTube ads pretty often. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you are subscribed so you're not missing out on any of those videos. Now, before we jump into any of the tips, I do want to note out a disclaimer. Obviously, these are things that I'm going to be recommending that I've seen work across several ad accounts. These are best practices, but they may not result in increases in performance for your specific business, obviously because your business is unique and this is a pre-recorded video. I can't tell you if 100% of these tips will apply to your business. So do the due diligence yourself. Make sure you're split testing all of these tips. Let's jump into tip number 1. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do with your ads is to install captions, right? So you're going to want to add captions to all of your YouTube ads. Now, this may seem simple enough, but it has profound effects from what we've tested. What captions basically do is make sure that the person that's watching the ad really understands what you're saying. Maybe you're recording in an environment where the audio isn't the best. Captions help with that. If you have an accent or something, captions help with that. So we've seen that captions do increase click-through rates because they help the viewer understand you better. This is also a big deal because a lot of people are watching YouTube ads either on their mobile phone or, even on their desktop, but the audio is muted. What captions do is make sure that people will read your message, right? So even if there's no audio, people have their device muted, they will see your ad. Tip number 2 is to use larger words. And I don't mean larger as in longer, I mean the actual graphics that you're using in your ads to make them bigger. We've found that bigger visuals really keep attention more and drive home the important points. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you're using big letters and words as graphics to really emphasize your points. See what this does? It makes your video a lot more engaging and really emphasizes on the key points that you're trying to make within your ad itself. Again, helping the click-through rate. So the third tip to increasing click-through rates has to do with framing, more importantly, zooming to make your points. So when you use the power of the zoom like here, what you can do is actually provide emphasis on a particular section of your ad. And this is really, really powerful because it really focuses in onto what you're saying. And this, coupled with this call to action, can have profound effects. So in your shots, you want to be lining in and zooming into your call to actions because this will give a lot more emphasis onto call to actions. An example of this would be, hey guys, if you like this video, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. As you can see, it really puts an emphasis on your call to action, whatever that may be. So this is a cool little trick that we've seen really boost conversion rates on your ads. Now let's jump into tip number 4, and this also builds on your call to actions, right? Your call to actions are probably the most important thing, maybe after your hook in your ad, because it's what actually guides somebody watching the ad to click on the ad, right? Your whole goal with YouTube ads, unless it's a branding campaign, obviously if it's a direct response campaign, is to get the viewer to click the link, right? That's the only reason you're running that ad. If you aren't telling people to click the ad and helping them guide the click, well, then you're really missing out on a lot of conversions, right? And your click-through rate isn't going to be as high as it can be. So what you're going to want to do is start adding items of emphasis, right? So within the same theme that we've said, you're going to want to add arrows, countdown timers, sliding scales, whatever it takes to really increase click-through rate. So some of the key things that we've obviously seen help are those arrows that you see most people use with YouTube ads when they're like, hey, click above or below, and it's like the arrows. Obviously that has a big effect on the actual click-through rate. We've seen timers also have a pretty big effect, those sliding scale timers especially. Again, this is something you're gonna wanna split test with your specific ad account. Again, this doesn't work always, but we have found that on clients that it does work, it increases click-through rates up to 30 to 40%. So it is quite powerful. So you're going to want to make sure that within your call to actions, you are adding these elements where you are really emphasizing the click. I hope you guys take those tips, try them out in your ad accounts, and see what it does to your actual ad click-through rate. I'm assuming that these are going to have a big impact and hopefully drive up your conversion rates with your ads. If you enjoyed these tips and you want to get more information and go a little bit more in depth when it comes to YouTube ads, well, I want to tell you guys about our YouTube ads coaching program, where we not only take little tips like this, but we have a lot of fundamental strategies when it comes to YouTube ads. So we basically teach somebody that's a completely beginner and bring them up to an expert YouTube ads media buyer. So if you are interested in this program and want to fast track your journey with YouTube ads, make sure you check out the top description link down in the description and you'll get a better idea of what that is. When you click on the link, basically it'll take you to a video that explains what the YouTube ads coaching program is. Basically everything you need to know. There's nothing hidden there. So if you are interested, go check that out. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.